So indirect marketing. Indirect marketing is where we use our song, but a particular portion of our song, what we call a timestamp. So an example of a timestamp is we have a song and we say, hey, we're going to use from 1 minute to 1 minute and 11 seconds into the song. So those 11 seconds will be our timestamp. And we choose this timestamp because it's super engaging or has super relatable lyrics. We also do the same in direct marketing. Like we try to make sure our timestamps match across the board because our goal is to get people hooked on that one part. And that prompts them to go listen to the full song once they're hooked on that part of the song. So if I choose that 1 minute to 1 minute, 11 second timestamp, not only am I going to cut out that part of the music video from a direct marketing standpoint, or not only am I going to record my personal content to that part of the song, I'm going to also do my indirect marketing to that part of the song. So basically, every piece of or type of content I make, I'm always going to use that same timestamp because my goal is to get people hooked on that portion of the song. We make our timestamps from the time we create our music. So once our song is ready, we figure out what that best timestamp is. And of course, we test different timestamps. But once we kind of know, okay, we're going to try to focus on this timestamp, then we begin making content around that timestamp. When we're talking about indirect marketing, the first and probably most obvious form of indirect marketing is trends. So trends are where you have a part of the song and people are doing the same thing that's easily copied to the song. So why do we call it indirect marketing? Because we aren't directly singing the song to you. We're basically putting the song behind visuals or two visuals or doing something to the song other than singing the song. So starting off with trends, let me give you an example of what I mean by trends so you can maybe easily understand me a little better when we talk indirect marketing. So here's one of the trends I'm sure you guys are aware of. Let me play you a few of the videos from this particular trend that's happening right now. So I'm sure everybody's aware of this trend here.
What's up, G-Way? In the cut with my twin, we be vibing. Classy bitch, but they know I be outside with it. 100 deep in the session, we be wildin'.
So that's one clip from that trend. There's a second clip. And this is why it becomes a trend because it's easy to be copied. That's what makes the best trends is when you're doing something to a song that can be copied very easily, like this example.
What's up, G-Way? In the cut with my twin, we be vibing. Classy bitch, but they know I be outside with it.
I hope my wife never see that. She's gonna think that's hilarious.
What's up, G-Way? In the cut with my twin, we be vibing. Classy bitch, but they know I be outside with it.
All right, one more example. There we go, boo ball.
What's up, G-Way? In the cut with my twin, we be vibing. Classy bitch, but they know I be outside with it. 100 deep in the session, we be wildin'. Won't catch me playing with no broke nigga, that's shy. What's up, G-Way? These hoes came.
All right, so you get it. So what happens after we've seen that so many times? Guess what? That piece of the song is now hooked in our brain, and it makes us go out and listen to that song because it's like, dang, I want to hear the rest of the song. And so now we've essentially broken that song because 1 million people have made the same video to the same song. And so that's why trend is so powerful, but it's also indirect because again, at no point in any of those videos was anybody actually singing the song. All they were doing was reacting to the lyrics of the song. Well, trends are these easily repeatable videos that match the lyrics of the song. And it's rare for an artist to start a trend, but it's very possible. If you have an idea to your song, something that matches up to the lyrics and the timestamp, go for it. We have successfully started trends before. Money Long Time Machine is a perfect example of an artist started trend. So although it's rare, it's possible. So you have ideas to your song, definitely shoot, definitely go for it. But trends are one of the best forms of indirect marketing out there. Now, the next form of indirect marketing, something that's much more in the artist's control, is storytelling. Now, storytelling to your timestamp also works amazingly well, and it's an opportunity to further connect people to you and your song and your story. I want to play you Katie's video from earlier again so you can hear the lyrics, and so you get a better idea of what I was going for when I did this. So let's play Katie's earlier video. So listen to the lyrics here, and I'll explain.
I found the strength in me, admit I was broken. I
I needed somebody to see my window open. I knew I had my chance to safely look back.
So when I heard those lyrics, my mind went to, okay, this is somebody who has fallen in love and now they're ready to share their wounds. So visually, what does that look like? Because when we're marketing these songs, all we're trying to do is we're trying to match the lyrics to the visual to the story. So here's what I came up with. I said, okay, if I was going to tell the story of the person that this song is obviously singing about, visually, it would just look like two people that are in love. That's what it would look like visually. So I went and found that. I went and found some content online because I didn't have time to actually make it myself. But normally, as an artist, I would try to make this myself. But I went and found content online of a couple who looked like they were in love, and this is what I came up with to indirect market this song.
I found the strength in me, admit I was broken. I needed somebody to see my window open.
Now, this is something that can easily go viral. And so first thing we had to do was we had to say, okay, what is the story we're telling here? And so I came up with, when you find the love of your life and you're ready to tell them about the heartbreak of your life. That's just straight TikTok language, right? Like, we know we're going to start with a POV or when a win. And so we wrote it out in TikTok language. This is a story I'm trying to tell. I'm trying to tell a story of somebody who's found the love of their life and they're ready to tell them about their wounds. But I had to make it sound a little catchier, be a little wordsmith. So I said, when you find the love of your life and you're ready to tell them about the heartbreak of your life, that matches perfectly with the visual that we picked. That matches perfectly with the lyrics that she's saying. And this is how you indirectly market music. And so I'm gonna play it one more time. The lyrics match, the visual match, and the story matches. And that's how you indirectly market using storytelling. Let's play it one more time.
I found the strength in me, admit I was broken. I needed somebody to see my window open.
Boom, brilliant. There's an example of how you indirectly market. I want to show you guys some more examples. So here's our artist, Manny Wells. This is footage of him going back to Nigeria. Now, Manny, as you can read in the story, couldn't go back home for 19 years. So we took his song, it's called Back to the Basics, where he sings about taking you to a place, right? And so it's perfect match. Okay, the lyrics are about taking you somewhere. The visual is him going back home, and the story is of him going back home. And so watch this piece of content here.
If you want to go, I'll take you there. I'll take you there. I'll take you there.
Boom, I'll play it again.
If you want to go, I'll take you there. I'll take you there. I'll take you there.
I'm gonna show you one more example, and then I want to point out something very important to you guys. So here's another example that I pulled off of TikTok.
I wish I was in love with you, so you couldn't hurt me. It just ain't fair the way you treat me. No, you don't deserve me. Wasting my time.
So what is my guy saying? This is a story he's telling here. Man, look at these kids behind me getting to get away with everything I can never get away with. So it's not always had to be serious like the last two ones I showed you. I showed you this to show you another side of it. All you have to do is be able to tell the story that you're trying to tell, make sure the visual matches up with the story you're trying to tell, and most importantly, they both match to the lyrics, because at the end of the day, I'm trying to get you to hear my music, to listen to my music. This is an older song, but even still, I can assure you that because this piece of content went viral, this older song streams went up. That's how we see Mariah Carey's songs going up and the other old songs going up. We worked Justine Scott Collide record. That was an 8-year-old record that we took platinum. One of the ways we're able to do that, I should say, is by indirectly marketing those songs through storytelling. I want to point out something to you guys. One of the main reasons storytelling is so powerful is because when people come across that piece of content, they have to stop and read. Content success is based on the algorithm. And so the longer that watch time, especially that initial watch time, the better that piece of content to do. So when I have to stop and read your content, read that story you're telling, that automatically increases the watch time on that video. But then secondly, if I actually can relate to that story you're telling, now that increases the chance that I'll share that or I'll finish out that video. And then secondly, it increases the length of time I hear the song. And guess what? The more I hear the song, the more I'm inclined to go listen to this song. And better yet, the more that this is relatable, the more I'm inclined to make my own piece of content that goes to your song. And so that's why indirect marketing and storytelling is so powerful. And again, just to repeat myself to make sure you understand this, as a content creator, my goal is to match the lyrics in the visual and tell a story. As an artist, hopefully I'm telling my story, but either way, in order to get my content out there, I don't mind going and pull other people's visuals, or I don't mind telling other people's stories that match what's going on with my lyrics, right? Because at the end of the day, I'm a content creator and I'm marketing something to you. Matter yet, I'm a content marketer and I'm marketing something to you. Sometimes I can even take current events and match them against my lyrics. This is always why it's great to have a heavy catalog of music, because you're able to pull from the catalog to match current events. So I want to show you guys an example of what that will look like. So here's an example of one of our artists, one of our members inside of our community, LXG Rude. His lyrics said, "Take the L and work on your W. You might have lost her, but remember she lost you too." Now, when I heard those lyrics, "Take that L, work on your W. You might have lost her, but she lost you too," I said, this matches a current event perfectly. So here's what I did. I took his lyrics and I put them over a visual of a current event. And let me show you what we came out with.
Take that L, work on your W. Self-love, the best love, remind them why they needed you. Even though you gave your all, just remember how she left you. You might have lost her, but remember, she lost my shot at.
Now, man, this is brilliant because I can post this piece of content, and most likely because it's current, it's going to go viral because people are going to hear those lyrics and they're going to automatically say, this is the perfect song for what's happening right now. And so that's how that song is going to gain exposure. So anytime you have that great catalog of music with all of those different lyrics from all of your songs, you're able to pull from that when things like this happen. Because as soon as I heard those lyrics, I thought about Will and Jada. And I said, man, let me go find some content that would frame up perfectly with these lyrics. And this is what we came out with. So LXG Rude, you will already have a layup right here because you had the lyrics to match the moment.
Take that L, work on your W. Self-love, the best love, remind them why they needed you. Even though you gave your all, just remember how she left you. You might have lost her, but remember, she lost my shot at.
So man, we are content creators, we are content marketers, so we have to be ready for the moment. So having that catalog is perfect. So now I hope you understand what indirect marketing is. It's taking your music and finding ways to match it with current events. It's finding ways to create content that match the lyrics perfectly. It's finding ways to fit your music into different trends that are going on. That's how we're going to indirectly market our music. So now we have another set of tools in our toolbox. We have direct marketing, we have personal content, we have storytelling. So now let's get into the next form of marketing, the next tool in your toolbox, documenting.